Hi there. Thanks for tuning in. Welcome to Nail's next top nail artist. All Stars! Hey everyone, Happy New Year. So welcome to the first ever NTNA All Stars sponsored by OPI and Nails Magazine. So let's just get to it because we don't have a lot of time and we need to cut to the chase. So we were given a selection of 10 polishes to make our set of nails come alive. And the one that I got was, drum roll, Big Apple Red. Super excited. Like, yes, that is like a gift. So let's go. Alrighty, we're gonna start with some inspo pics of New York. These are what I chose to give me inspiration to make my nails come alive. My first inspo, I'm gonna start with the Lady Liberty. I knew the second I saw that name that I needed to build Lady Liberty on a nail. I wanted to showcase her in the center, front and center. So I sculpted her with some acrylic. I was really careful to not mess up those spikes. You don't even know how nervous I've been saving her. Next is a boombox. I would just, think of the 80s hip hop, graffiti. So I sculpted my little boombox, was really careful to try to make it super even. Sculpted a conversation bubble, and you'll see what lyrics I'm putting it in at the end. And just was extremely careful to build the world's smallest boombox and all of its little levers and the tape deck. And I had to size everything piece by piece to make sure it was even Steven. And of course, my line work, I was holding my breath there. Next inspo is the Big Apple. I think of cabs. Cabs are everywhere. They're crazy. So I wanted to sculpt a big apple on my nail that represented my cab. There it is. I was really careful to get my line work as clean as possible. Fill that in, and that's gonna be my Big Apple taxi cab nail. Next is a skyline. I wanted to definitely make sure to get some kind of skyline homage to not so much, well, the Twin Towers, yes, but I wanted to paint the Freedom Tower on there alongside with the Empire State Building. Next inspo is Broadway. I unfortunately have not been able to see the Phantom of the Opera on Broadway. I saw Cats there, but Phantom's my favorite. So I'm gonna struggle sculpting these little tiny petals to make the rose, and I sculpted the mask to represent Phantom. Next here is a light, street light, just representing traffic, cabs, all of that, the busy craziness of New York. So I sculpted my little lights there very, very carefully, had to piece them together, place them on my nail tip, and I tried to mimic the street signs as best as possible. So if you look really carefully, there's actually a little tiny Lady Liberty in there, and you can zoom in on her at the end. And put that together carefully. Next inspo is Simon the Sewer Rat. So I made his bagel out of acrylic, and I wanted to give him a piece of bagel, not the pizza. Pizza's with Lady Liberty in the beginning, had you not noticed. I know bagels are very popular in New York. Next inspo, speaking of food, I wanted to represent the Carnegie Deli because it's one of the oldest delis in New York, one of the most well-known. And I also wanted to go ahead and get the white iconic I Heart New York t-shirt. Anybody that's visited New York, I'm sure has come home with one at some point because you're gonna have to, And there's my Carnegie shout out. Here's my full set. Thanks for tuning in. The big reveal. My beautiful hand model representing New York with me. Lady Liberty. Carnegie Hall. My skyline. Iconic white t-shirt. I just thought that was funny. And my B-boys. No sleep till Brooklyn. I had to throw that in there. Sorry, not sorry. Simon the Sewer Rat with his yummy bagel. Big Apple on a taxi cab. My busy street light. By the way, that street intersection is Times Square. So there you go. Phantom of the Opera. Well, everyone, thanks for tuning in. Voting actually starts tomorrow, Monday, January 6th, about noon, and hopefully I will not be eliminated, but we'll find out on Thursday, and if I'm not, you'll be seeing and hearing my lovely voice next week. So thanks OPI, thanks Nail Magazine, follow me at Das Nail House, and peace out.